Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Sufficient Grace. I'm Pastor Jason, and I'm here with an encouraging word for this week. And today I want to talk to you briefly on the peace speaker. And the scripture is from Luke chapter 8, verses 22 to 25. And it says, "Now, no one of those days, Jesus and his disciples got into a boat, and he said to them, 'Let us go over to the other side of the lake.' So they launched out. But as they were sailing along, he fell asleep, and a fierce gale of wind descended on the lake, and they began to be swamped and to be in danger. They came to Jesus and woke him up, saying, 'Master, Master, we are perishing.' And he got up and rebuked the wind and the surging waves, and they stopped, and it became calm. And he said to them, 'Where is your faith?' They were fearful and amazed, saying to one another, 'Who then is this, that he commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him?'" So today, like I said, I want to talk to you briefly on the peace speaker. And it's not what happens to you, but rather what happens in you that determines your peace. So I want to give you 6 key biblical principles to know that God is your peace speaker. Okay, so number 1 is believe. God's desire for you is for you to be free from worry and anxiety and to cast all your cares upon him. Number 2 is identify that it's not your battle, but it is God, and God is your peace speaker. Okay, God is your peace speaker. Identify that it's not your battle and that God is your peace speaker. And then number 3 is prayer. It's where you fight all your battles. You fight all your battles on your knees in prayer before God. Okay? Number 4 is thankfulness. Giving thanks to God for his goodness and that he's got your back. And then number 5 is staying strong and close to God and always trusting him. And I know sometimes when we go through things and we go through battles, it's not always easy to trust God, but we have to trust God, even in the hardest things. Even when it seems like God is far away and he seems distant, we still have to trust God in everything that we do, and no matter what comes our way. And then number 6 is to think and ponder on all God's promises. So the biblical meditation is ponder, personalize, practice, and memorize. So no matter what happens, what storms may come, we know the peace speaker. God is almighty, and he will bring you through. So God's grace is sufficient and enough for you today. And no matter what you go through, no matter what storms come your way, that God is your peace speaker. God bless. We'll see you next time.